How do we tap into our unique gifts and our true power?
First of all, we have to be aware that we have gifts and talents, that everyone has arrived in this incarnation with talents, gifts, and capacities to express. No one is left without it. And so we can actually begin to talk to the gifts within us and ask them to reveal themselves. The gifts are a part of us, and if we don't set them free, they will become encumbrances in our life. They will create disturbances. They will create issues of the body, issues of the mind. The gifts want to be expressed. They're dynamic. So we have to put ourselves in what I call an appreciative inquiry. We have to ask the universe and ask ourselves, what is the gift I am to share? What's my main gift that I'm to share, and what are its tributaries? And as you begin to ask, the gift will begin to speak to you. You begin to look in your past and see what you were really good at. You'll begin to recall dreams that you've had in terms of when you were expressing your gift. And then you'll take the next step, claim them, and then take the next step and walk in the direction of actualizing them. Everyone has a gift to share. Now, this is very important because people have been hypnotized into thinking that something external to them is going to make them happy. But what makes you happy and what keeps you in bliss is the activation and the expression of your potential. That's the only thing that keeps you perennially happy. If you're not activating, cultivating, and expressing your potential, you can gain a whole bunch of stuff, but you're not going to be happy.
Yes.
But if you're activating, cultivating, and expressing your giftedness, in the expression is the joy, bliss, and ecstasy. And so your gift will either, if you don't express it, it will create disturbance. If you do express it, it will create bliss. And once an individual becomes interested, all the secrets are revealed. When George Washington Carver was asked about all of these wonderful inventions that he had created, they asked him how he did it. And he said that if you fall in love with something deep enough, it will reveal its secrets to you.
Wow.
So he asked the peanut. He fell in love with the peanut. He fell in love with the plants. He fell in love with the soil. And they revealed their secrets to him. And so as we fall in love with who we really are, and then tune in and become really interested in expressing our gifts, nothing will be hidden from us. It'll show up in signs and symbols and whisperings of wisdom in our soul, guidance, all in a language and in a way that we can understand and act upon. Becoming self-aware is extremely important. Many people are self-aware with the small s. They're aware of their issues, their problems, their fears, what they're overly concerned about. They have a lot of worry and doubt. And then there's self-aware, where you're aware of the larger self. You're aware of your intrinsic self. And so it is very difficult to become self-aware without some practice of meditation or introspection, where you're pulling away from the world of effects and circumstances and beginning to open yourself up to the inner whisperings of your soul. And as that happens, you begin to be aware that you are aware. Being aware that you are aware, that's consciousness. And as you become aware that you are aware, then you become cognizant of the fact that you're not the stuff that's moving through your mind. You are aware of the stuff. When you become aware that you are aware, the next thing that happens is something called choice. Choice is a function of awareness. So once you're aware, you now can choose. When you're not aware, you react. So people who aren't aware react to circumstances. People who are aware choose. They choose to be kind. They choose to be generous. They choose to be forgiving. They choose to be creative, regardless of what the circumstance is. And then what happens? Your life is transformed based on your moment-by-moment choices, which is an extension of self-awareness. So there has to be some moments of silence. There has to be moments of asking the right questions, not what's wrong, but what's right, what's trying to emerge through me. I originated something called the life visioning process many years ago, and we have those questions embedded into it, where we ask, what's the vision for my life? What must I become in order to manifest this vision? What resources do I already have that can be used for the vision? What am I willing to let go of? We ask certain questions and we discover that we can start right where we are, regardless of the condition we're in. A person can be in prison, a person can be in a bad job, a person can have illness of the body, they can have limited finances. But if they begin to ask the right questions and become interested, the presence, which is never an absence, articulating itself through the universe, will begin to guide you along the way. And you find yourself taking step by step by step. And the next thing you know, you look back over your life and you've come a great distance. You've manifested more joy in your life. You've become healthier, more successful, because you've become, as you said, you become self-aware and activated